Okay guys, so at station 2, we're going to go ahead and work these percent problems on our paper. So number 1 says last year there were a total of 870 students at Miller. This year there are 783. What is the percent decrease of students at Miller Intermediate? Round to the nearest percent. Okay, so last year, there were 870. So that was last year. And then this year, so that's now, there are 783. So we went from last year, 870. So from 870 to 783 students, okay? And it says, what is the percent decrease? So percent decrease means it's going down, right? So let's make sure 870 to 783 is going down. Good. So it's asking for the percent decrease. So if we're looking for percent of change, we're going to use our formula, change over original equals percent over 100. And remember, to find change, it's asking for the difference, right? We're going to take our big number minus our small number. Okay. So, sorry, my thing moved on me. So you guys go ahead and solve number 1. And you should be inputting your answers in the puzzle piece on Schoology when you're finished. Okay, so now let's take a look at question 2. Question 2 says, the Census Bureau released a report with updated information based on recent surveys. They said in 2016, there were 134,432 people, living in Waco, Texas. In 2017, the population increased by 11%. What is the new population? Okay, so let's see. We have 2016, there were 134. So that's going to be my starting point. Oh no, I should be so good at original. Sorry guys. So from 870 means that my original, from 870. So that was my original. Okay, so don't forget to put your star next to the original like I did. Don't do what I did. Sorry. Okay, anyways, sorry. Back to the Census Bureau. So they said in 2016, there were 134,432 people. In 2017, it increased by 11%. Okay, so we're saying 11%. Do we know how many people that is? No. So we're going to do percent over 100 and then change over original. Oops. Okay, so I know my original. Do I know my change? It's saying the population increased, okay? So I don't know my change. And then it's asking for the new population. So remember, if it's asking for something new, it may not just be asking for X, okay? So think about, if the new population is increasing, should my answer be greater or less than? So if it's going from 134,432 to something else, and it says increased, that means it should be greater than. So think about that when you're finding your final answer. All right, go ahead and solve that. Now we're going to move on to number 3. Okay, so number 3 says the price of a couch was reduced from $8.75 to $7.50. By what percentage was the price of the couch reduced? Round to the nearest percent. So from $8.75. Okay, so that means it's going to be my starting point, right? So from $8.75 to $7.50. So again, change. So big minus small over original. We put a star next to it, is percent over 100. So in this problem it says, what is the percent? So we're going to put X on top. I'm sure you guys are masters of this by now. All right, number 4, it says Mr. Davis started the school year with 15 students. Then more students were added to his class. The number of students was increased by 20%. What is the change? What is the change? Okay. So again, we're doing a change over original equals percent over 100. So this one gives me the percent, and it says it's increased. So he started the school year and more people were added. So he started here at 15. So we know it's going from 15, that's my starting point, to somewhere else. And it says it's increasing. So it's getting bigger, okay? So plug in your percent and it's asking for change. It's asking for that part. Okay, so think about if X is our answer on this one. Okay, so once you solve all your problems, remember that it's asking for your percent when it asks for your percent or your answer and then to the nearest percent. So if it's 0 to 4, it stays the same when you round. And if it's 5 to 9, you bump it up. So when you're rounding, so if it's 89.2, then to round it's just 89%. But if it's 49.6, then you can bump it up to 50%. So that's how you round to the nearest percent. So make sure you're putting your answers in Schoology for the station. And make sure again that we're showing all of our work. We need our proportion as well as our answer. Proportion, cross product, answer. Proportion, cross product, answer. Make sure you have a star by your original.